Hello, this is Clayton Hicks, CEO and founder of H7 Network, and we're behind the network with Eric Smoot. Eric Smoot has been with us a very, very long time, approximately 8 years now. Yeah. And Eric and I have a really good relationship, I think. Maybe not on his side, but I do. And so Eric is one of our longtime leaders. He's got a servant heart. He really serves a lot of the members and just people in general. And so, Eric, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, thanks. It's been H7 has really been a training ground for me about teaching me how to network. I had no idea. I was a Cincinnati policeman for, as a lot of people know, for 31 years and retired from that. And real close to my retirement, I decided I was going to do this, do Legal Shield. And one of the places I had to learn how to network was in H7. So I made a lot of mistakes through H7 and through the learning from those mistakes, I've managed to muddle through and do my thing. So I appreciate the help that you and H7 has given me, especially with the training that you now have. It's really awesome. I appreciate that. But like I said, I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. I've always lived in Cincinnati, Ohio. Unfortunately, never moved away. So of course, I love traveling now. I can travel every chance I get.
Yeah.
And so it's I went to school here, and all my parents and all my relatives are here. My grandchildren are all here. So they kind of took after Dad and didn't leave the place. So now we all try to travel the world whenever we get a chance.
Sure. So I remember the first time I met you still. We were at what's called Office Key down in northern Kentucky by the airport. And Max Slocum had invited you to that meeting, and you come in dressed to the nines. I can't remember if you had a hat on, but I think you did. And I was like, wow, this guy's like super impressive and imposing as well. And turns out you're just such a nice guy,
I appreciate that. I remember the first time I met you.
Yeah.
I said, who is this guy here with jeans on and a t-shirt? Who is this guy? And you have one of the most impressive organizations that I had ever met. And I've tried different organizations. I tried them,
sure.
And they were either too regimented for me, or it didn't allow me the freedom that I wanted to have, or they just weren't friendly, or But this gave me the chance to go different places and explore different things and really learn. So I do appreciate that.
That's awesome. So tell us a little bit about what you do. So you're with Legal Shield. Why don't you give us a few of the very important services that you offer, and then we'll just kind of unpack those together.
Okay. Well, I usually focus on the B2B part. There's several different aspects to it. There's employee benefits. There's the identity theft plan. There's the family plan, legal plan, and I usually focus on the B2B, which is the employee benefits and the legal plan for small business. So that's what I usually focus on. What they appreciate most about what I do is the contract review and the legal advice. Most businesses have an attorney, so they would usually use us to supplement what they do. So they give their HR the attorney, let the HR call the attorney, or they just want to have us look at all their business contracts, or they just need some everyday pick up the phone legal advice that we can provide for them. So that's usually where I like to focus.
That's cool. Yeah, actually, we use Legal Shield. And it's been very great for us. So, okay. So talk a little bit about, so let's unpack this. So, if I own a hair salon, how would that benefit me to have Legal Shield and for my business?
Absolutely. And that's the real important part, because people don't know what they don't know. And they'll have a vendor come in and try to sell them something, or they'll lease a building, and they'll have to sign that contract, or there'll be a customer will complain about something, and you got something in my eye, or this hurts, or look what you did to my hair, and then all of a sudden you have a legal issue. And so it's better to have things in place where maybe you have a business where someone should sign something before you start. But you don't know that until you know that. Maybe you should have a sign up on your wall. There's all kinds of things that you don't realize until you talk to an attorney. But sometimes people don't want to talk to attorneys because it costs too much, so they wing it or they Google their legal advice, and that's never really a really good idea.
No, it's not. Go ahead. Sorry.
I remember as a policeman, I would stop people and they would read to me something they got off a newspaper or things like that as I hauled them off screaming to jail. And so when this came up and I learned about it, I was like, man, this is awesome. It's too good to be true. They had to actually take me to the law firm to show me that it was real because I didn't believe it.
Wow.
They took me up to Columbus and showed me the law firm. And I got to talk to the attorneys and they made the introductions and stuff. And they said, oh, and by the way, we have a law officer legal plan. I go, what? A law officer legal? What does that work? And so and that's how I got started. But it was very, very exciting for me to be able to offer something that I really thought helped people, because that was my jam. That's who I was my whole life. Somebody who wanted to be a policeman because I really truly wanted to help people at my core. And so this allowed me to continue that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I would have asked you why you're doing it, but you just shared. So that's good. That's good. So let's say I'm new in business. Should I get Legal Shield because I'm newer in business? And how does it benefit me very quickly?
Absolutely. Well, usually people get attorneys when they to get in business. They usually, some things they think they have to do. They have to file the paperwork. Should it be LLC? How should I handle that? And then people who have attorneys to get out of business. My difficult sell is getting attorneys for people who to stay in business because they think they either got it or they're a survivor or something like that. So people expect to get attorneys when they get into business. I tell you, where my sweet spot is actually is businesses that don't have a brick and mortar. I was talking to somebody earlier today about this very thing, because we have a combination plan where they can have the family plan and as a supplement have the business plan, as opposed to paying for a business plan and have to pay for a family plan. On the other hand, we kind of put those together for people who don't have a brick and mortar. So my quickest turnaround is for home-based businesses, actually.
That's good to know. That's good to know. There'll be home-based businesses that watch this video. And so what's one thing that you would tell them right now? We have 1 minute. What would you tell them? They just started up their first home-based business, or they have a home-based business and they're like, why would I get this? What would you tell them?
Okay. If you have a business, you should have a will, living will, healthcare, power of attorney. You should have whatever business you get into. You're going to want to research the legal pitfalls of that business and what you should be prepared for and how you should prepare for that for your business and your family. And that's what we can do. Legal Shield does your business and your family for $34 a month. Wow. So that's extremely beneficial, extremely profitable. And those things I mentioned, the contract review, the wills and stuff, or no cost beyond beyond your membership. So it's really something you should really look into.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, Eric, thank you for all you do. Thank you for being in the grind with us right now, specifically being very supportive, leading groups, helping people along through the H7 virtual process and this climate. And just overall, man, thank you for our relationship and everything you've ever done.
Well, thank you for allowing me to pay you to be part of H7. I appreciate that. H7 is awesome. I do appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, Eric.
Have a good day.
You too.